Now we've already seen previously how big an Excel spreadsheet can get, so it would be useful if we knew how to navigate a large Excel spreadsheet, or even a small one, and get ourselves around and to the right cell and to where we need to go. If we take our sample cells with data file, this has 3 sheets, and we can use the mouse to click to the second sheet or to the third sheet, and we can click into any cell or scroll down using the wheel to where you want to go. You can use the scroll bars at the right hand side or at the bottom here. On a larger sheet you can see that working much better. The quickest way to move around in an Excel file is with the keyboard, and there are a number of keyboard actions that will help us out. Let's start at the first sheet, so the forecast sheet, and we'll start over here in A1. Now the single arrow keys on your keyboard will move you one cell at a time in that direction. So we can go to the right. We can come down. We can go left. We can go up. 4 little navigation keys that save you taking your hands off the keyboard and going to the mouse. There is a home key. Regardless of where you are on the sheet, if you were to press home, you will remain in the same row. So I'm currently in G6. Now I know that because the G is green, the 6 is green, and here in the name bar it says G6. I press home, I end up in A6. And that's always the case, regardless of how far along to the right you are. So I go along to the right. So I'm over in CB, let's come down a bit. CB31, I press home, and I end up in A31. So I remain on the same row, but I go always back to column A, so as far to the left as you can go. Now if we combine the home key with the control key, control home will always take you to A1. Now in conjunction with control home, we have control end, and if I use that on a sheet, it doesn't take us to the end, it takes us to what Excel classes as the last active cell. So in the case of the forecast sheet, that's E5. So it's the furthest to the right that any data is located, and the furthest down that any data is located, the bottom right hand corner effectively of that rectangle. If we move to actual 2013, which has got more data in it, and do the same thing, control end, I'm taken to D367, which is the furthest to the right that any data is located, so that's column D, and then control home, back to A1, but on the same sheet. We're not moving sheets. If we want to use the keyboard to move between sheets, then we use the control key, but then we use the page up and page down key. So holding down the control key, page up you'll notice moves us from the sheet we're currently in to the left, and control page down moves us one sheet to the right. So I can go control page up to go 2 sheets to the left, and then control page down, 2 sheets to the right. If you try to control page down further than you have sheets, then nothing happens. That's control page up and page down to move between the sheets. So we can move single cells using the little arrow keys. We can go right to the end, the last active cell. We can come right to the beginning. We can use home on its own to come to the furthest left of the current row we are in. We can even move left and right on the sheet. If we use Alt and page down, what you'll notice is we move to the right. And Alt and page down again moves you again to the right. And logically Alt and page up moves you to the left. Now we are moving as many columns as we can see. So you'll notice that we can see A to O. When I go Alt page down, I can see P to AD. Alt page down, see AE to AS. So effectively I'm moving a screen view at a time. Doing the same without the Alt key, page up and page down, moves me vertically. So page down takes me to rows 17 to 33. Page down, rows 34 to 50. So I'm moving a screen view up and down. Even though it says page up and down, it's a screen view up and down. And then because I've got a little lost here, we go control home to go right back to the beginning. If none of these keyboard shortcuts are remembered, just stick with the 2 main ones, control end and control home. Fantastic little tools on their own for navigating large worksheets.